Hey guys, it's Cece and welcome to my very first weekly vlog. Okay, it's not my first ever, but this is hopefully the new project where I start vlogging every week. I am shaking for no good reason. Hold on. We're going to go with this instead so that I don't have to hold on to this camera. Don't know why I'm shaking. I've had food today and it's fine. Oh, I didn't take one of my meds, I don't think. That's possibly it. Anyway, it is Tuesday, which I recognize is a very weird day to start a weekly vlog, but you know what? I defy the natural laws of what makes a week, and I am declaring that the weekly vlogs that I'm doing begin on Tuesday, and no one can stop me. I just got back from an appointment with my therapist. I meet every other week, so I just got back from one of those appointments, made some new goals, hopeful about working on achieving those goals. And now I am home. I have Starbucks. That is my therapy treat. I always go and get Starbucks after an appointment. But I'm going to put on a bunch of makeup. I mean, not a bunch of makeup, the standard makeup that I put on, and hopefully film some stuff. I need to film at least one video for Amino, possibly two, but I don't know. And then, fingers crossed, I'm going to open a couple of boxes. I have an Owl Crate to unbox and an Unplugged to unbox, so if I film both of those, I can work on editing them this week. I'm currently in the middle of a rather large editing project, so don't know how that's gonna go. But I'm currently editing a rainbow clothing collection that I'm very excited about. I'm using a lot of skills that I've never had to use before. I'm really pushing myself as far as editing, so I'm looking forward to that. I did get two other things of mail. I got something from Penguin, which I already know what this is. This is everyone's been talking about the new David Yoon book, and I know that that's what this is. And I got something from Simon & Schuster, and there's a sticker on the outside as to what it is, and it's not really a book I'm interested in, but you know what? This weekly vlog is also going to be about unboxing things that get sent to me, because a lot of people don't get to see what I get sent. Leia's pushing over my book. Alright, so we're opening Simon & Schuster first, and it is in fact A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. There it is. It looks all pretty. It's all packaged up nice, and it says my name on the tag. Oh my god. There's literally no one there. You're scaring yourself. This is coming out in May of this year, and I'm frankly not all that invested in reading it. I don't even know what it's about. I know that I read it at some point, and I decided I didn't really care. It's about a library. I appreciate that. Did I ever read what this was about, or did I just look at the cover and decide that it wasn't my kind of book? That would be very shallow of me, but not unheard of. Well, maybe I'll read more about this and see if I want to read it. Does this have a map? Sometimes ARCs don't come with maps. It does have the map. That is nice. Is there anything else on this tag? No, just says CC. Well, it was still a cute, very personal touch. I appreciate when publishing companies put a really personal aspect to the stuff that they ship out, because sometimes it feels like they don't actually know what you read and they're just sending you whatever and hoping something sticks. And a lot of the time that's the case, but I appreciate when there's that personal touch so that you know someone out there cares about the books that you receive. I get pretty regular books from Simon & Schuster and Penguin. They both have, they send me whatever. I ask for stuff, they send me that. Sometimes I don't ask for stuff and they send it to me anyway. That's just how it works. Okay, so I've got this out. It's cute. It's pretty. Do I push it out? Yes. Slide that off. Frank Lee just wants to fall in love. Oh, Frank Lee's parents want him to fall in love with a Korean girl. This is so pretty. What the hell? Frank Lee just fell in love with a white girl. Okay. Frank Lee's love life just got complicated. Okay. Hold on. I've got this all unfolded. Let's see what it looks like. Yay! This is the fanciest packaging. What? You see this? There's words on everything. It's double-sided. It folds back up again. So it's got a layered effect to it. Okay, so this is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. I'm gonna read about this. Aw, this might be cute. I think I'd read this. I don't have room for either of these books, so it's a shame that they've sent these two to me, and I kind of want to read both of them now. Oh no. Let's see, is this already out? No, September. This comes out in September of 2019. And it also came with a note from the publisher. Aw. This was, this publisher's, like, first acquisition after joining Penguin a little over a year ago. That's nice. I like that, too. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to read this. Like, not oh no, because I'm sure I'm gonna like it, but you guys should see what my shelves are looking like these days. It's a little scary, but this looks really cute. Okay, now I'm gonna do makeup and try to film some stuff. I also have to plan an Amino video. Do you guys know that I'm on Amino? I make videos twice a week for Amino on the Books and Writing Amino, so if you want to see more content that I make, you should go follow me over there and see the quick little 1 to 1.5 minute things that I upload every Tuesday and every Friday. Because I think they're pretty fun. Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Things I failed to do yesterday include filming, which is probably bad. I did film my 2 Amino videos for the week. One of those was time sensitive. Like, I have to have a video uploaded every Tuesday and Friday to Amino, so I got through that, but after I filmed my 2 Amino videos, I was just kind of super done, so I decided to edit and upload Amino, and spent like an hour and a half fighting Premiere Pro. So it's probably good I didn't spend time filming because it just would have made me progressively angrier as the night went on. It is Wednesday. I don't know if I'm gonna film today either. I might push it to tomorrow. Oh, that's probably a bad idea because tomorrow I start a readathon. So who knows, maybe I'll get my life together today and try to film unboxings at least. But the other thing I have to really work on is the rainbow clothing collection video that I'm doing because that's a very intense process and I don't want to keep pushing that. I want to try to get it done because so far I'm really proud of what I've worked on. I'm currently reading The Air You Breathe by Francis de Pontes Pebles. I do not have the cover on because when I read hardcovers, I take off the dust jacket because I think it gets in the way. But I'm a little under halfway through right now. It's taken me a while to get through the first half, but that's like how I read, so it's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this. I will definitely not finish this before the 25 and 5 readathon, which is also going to be included in this vlog. Yay! But that readathon is about reading 25 hours over 5 days. So maybe I will use some of that time to try to finish this book, but I do have an entire stack of books that I want to try to read over those few days, and it's intimidating, but like, I've got to get through some books fairly quickly. The other thing I'm thinking about maybe doing today is shopping, but again, that might get pushed to tomorrow, because I want to start looking for stuff to wear to Book Expo and BookCon, so I want to start looking for some different outfits to throw together. But tomorrow I'm also doing an interview for a podcast, which is pretty cool. I will let you all know more about that and where you'll be able to listen to it and everything when I know more info. Like, obviously I know a fair bit right now, but after it's recorded and everything, I'll let you all know. But that is today. That is the plan for today. Last night, Brian and I watched BlacKkKlansman, and it was so good. Like, I really wanted to see when it was out in theaters, and I didn't get the chance, and so it just got put up on some streaming service that I have access to through Amazon Prime. I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant and wonderful. That's the other thing I did yesterday. Now I have to try to get some stuff done. I don't think you guys have ever met the bunny in the apartment. This is Crypto.
Say hi, Crypto.
Say hi, Crypto. Who's a little bunny rabbit? We are testing to see how he does in the hallway, because he usually is in that back room over there, but we're trying to see if he'll be friends with the kitty. That's Lady. You guys have seen Lady. In the distance, if you hear screaming, it's Leia because she's done with her dinner and I won't let her out of my room. The 25 and 5 started a little bit ago, but I feel this is much more important. Oh.
You friends.
Are you guys gonna be friends? Huh?
I think Fury just heard that someone's being recorded.
Excuse me. Why are we not about me? The camera has such a hard time focusing on Fury.
It's because she doesn't really exist.
Yeah, she's like an absence of cat. She is a shape in the universe where a cat should be.
She's a mega cat.
With a little pink collar.
We actually made the collar out of black matter. From a dying star.
You done? You done, Fury? Okay, so 25 and 5 actually has gotten started, as I just said in that last update, and I haven't started reading yet. Basically, I have, according to Bookly, I said in my last reading blog, I kept saying my reading app, and people were like, what app is it? Which is a very valid question. The app I use is Bookly, and it measures how quickly you read and predicts how long it is going to take you to finish a book if you continue reading at that speed. So, according to Bookly, this is going to take me another 2 hours and 45 minutes to finish, but it's getting to a lateness in the evening that I don't really want to stay up late reading, so I think we are going to start 25 and 5 with a success and just start a trade paperback. So I'm going to read Scooby Apocalypse Volume 1, which I've been very excited about. It looks super cool, and I love Scooby-Doo. So I think I'm going to settle in, finish this really quickly. It's not going to take me a lot of time, but it is going to make me feel successful in the early hours of this readathon. As far as today goes, I filmed both of my unboxings, and I did all of the visual edits needed for my rainbow clothing collection. So all I need to do is add music and record a voiceover and put it all together, which is super awesome. But I'm going to settle in and I'm going to try to read Scooby Apocalypse if this little furry monster will let me. I had a whole cup of coffee, so killing it already. Perfect, sounds good. Yeah, sounds perfect. Hey y'all, it's the afternoon. I was supposed to finish this last night, but it is the most wordy comic I've ever read in my entire life, so I fell asleep after 50 minutes and I just finished it now, and I gotta say, not good. It's my takeaway from this, not good. Clearly these men who wrote this comic don't really like women all that much. And, it had Scrappy-Doo in it, which is inherently a flawed concept if you're a person who likes Scooby-Doo. So that's my takeaway from Scooby Apocalypse. Not the strong start to the readathon that I was hoping, but that's okay. That means I've read about an hour and 13 minutes today, and I think I'm gonna go back to reading The Air You Breathe and try to finish this up next. And I did the podcast today, and it was cool. And when it is released, I will be sure to share on all the socials so you guys can hear it. Time to read this. And I already know it's going to be better than this graphic novel was because I'm actually liking this. This was really only good for the art style. Friends, it is still Thursday for another 15 minutes, and I have completed 2 books since last we spoke. I am so tired. Not physically tired, but my eyes are exhausted. I read for 5 hours and 13 minutes today, which doesn't feel like a lot in the grand scheme of how much I read. Like, it's a lot more than I normally read in a day, but it shouldn't be this bad. I think it's because The Air You Breathe was so heavy in, like, content that it just felt more intense. So let me tell you about the 2 books. Okay, so after I read Scooby Apocalypse, I did read a bit more of The Air You Breathe, but it was too heavy. I was having a hard time staying invested, so I picked up Water Runs Red by Jenna Claire, the poetry collection. Jenna is a lovely, fantastic, incredible booktuber who I adore, and I've been so excited to read her poetry collection. I'm weirdly uptight about reading poetry. I just don't do it that often, because I think it's very hard to weed out the good from the bad, and I have a hard time connecting emotionally to poetry. I cried openly reading this book at multiple points, that this collection was so meaningful and incredible and lovely. I absolutely loved this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was brilliant. I was honestly worried because I was like, me and poetry, we don't really mesh that well, but this just kept saying things that I was like, oh man, you can't go putting that feeling into words or I will cry on this couch. And then it went and did, and then I cried on the couch. So 5 out of 5 stars. Then I went back and I finished The Air You Breathe by Frances de Pontes Pebles, which I wound up giving 3.5 out of 5 stars. which is lower than I was expecting. I was really expecting to give this book a 5 out of 5 star rating. Like, it had so many elements I love. It's sweeping historical fiction about the 20th century. The narrator of the book is bisexual, but this book was incredibly hard on me. I had a really hard time getting into the writing at the beginning, but after I got past like a certain point in the book, I kind of got over that and just adjusted to how the book was written, and I was really liking it. The content I had such a hard time with. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's gonna take like a longer, more in-depth review to explain it. From a technical aspect, this was brilliantly written and brilliantly constructed, but I had a very hard time with the narrative, and it just left me wanting. So I wound up giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars, which isn't an inherently bad rating. It's just not great when you thought you were gonna give it 5. But that is my update. It is about to flip over into Friday. I started reading Good Morning, Good Night, which is just like a book that's like collection of tweets from Lin-Manuel Miranda, illustrated by Johnny Sun, and that's gonna be like a good thing to read in 5-minute bursts between other books. Tomorrow I don't know what I'm gonna start reading. I know that I want to take a break before I start When We Left Cuba. I might read Drumroll Please, like get into that middle grade hype, breeze through that. I also need to read a summary of The Tempest so I can start reading Miranda in Milan. But tomorrow, the two big things are I'm helping Zoe move out of her freshman dorm. She's done with her freshman year of college. And I am gonna go see Avengers Endgame. Tomorrow's gonna be heavy, and I don't know when I'm gonna read for 5 hours, but I'm dedicated to it now. Hi all, it's actually now Saturday, so I didn't update yesterday at all, but we saw Endgame.
Bum, 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 bum. It was good.
It was good. We're gonna be doing a full video on Endgame, which should already be up on my channel by the time y'all watch this. But if you want long, detailed thoughts about Endgame, go watch that. We're gonna
watch that.
We're gonna chat.
We'll link it.
We'll link it in the
over somewhere in the.
It'll be on the screen. Unless you're watching this on a TV.
In which case, finding yourself.
Okay, other than seeing Endgame and finally finishing my rainbow clothing video, I did actually manage to read one book today. So I read Miranda in Milan. This is like gay Shakespeare, basically. So this is set after The Tempest, and it is about Miranda, and there's a female-female romance. That's so nice. It's so good. Her love interest is a woman of color, and there's a lot about Miranda that's like unlearning some of the privileged things that her father taught her while they were on the island, and I absolutely loved this. I read The Tempest when I was in college. I love Shakespeare. I grew up loving Shakespeare, so anything that makes Shakespeare gay, I am a huge fan of. I highly recommend this. I really, really enjoyed it. This is just a little novella too. It's not even 200 pages. Definitely check it out if you like gays and Shakespeare, because good stuff. I didn't read a full 5 hours today. Definitely didn't read a full 5 hours today. I read about 2.5 hours. Think maybe I can make up the time later in the next 3 days. We'll have to see. And then I started reading, I'm gonna smack myself, Drumroll Please by Lisa Jem Bigelow. This is middle grade about a 12-year-old girl discovering she's bi. Really liking it so far. And I am reading little bits and pieces of Good Morning, Good Night, which is tweets. It's the book I told you about. Which, you know, I read this for 5 minutes and I got through like 40 pages, so speedy. And this is gonna take me about an hour and a half more to read, and then I have to pick another long book, which is gonna be probably Trail of Lightning next. And Brian's gonna be gone for a bunch of time tomorrow, so it's just gonna be me here reading and filming and editing. All the things. I'm gonna try to create a little aesthetic board for Miranda in Milan for Twitter, because that's what I do for every single book that I finish. And then I'm probably gonna go to sleep instead of reading because it's late. If someone will leave me be. And by someone, I mean this little shit. Yeah, they see you. They see you. Friends, I think we all knew before we reached this weekend that for those of us who love both Game of Thrones and the Avengers, it was going to be a rough few days. And I confirmed. It's 10 p.m. on Sunday. We just watched Game of Thrones. Brian went to an event, so he's gonna be gone for a couple of hours. Oh my god. Okay, no spoilers. I'm not spoiling anything. Just like I didn't spoil Endgame, I'm not spoiling anything about Game of Thrones in this video, but this has been a roller coaster of a weekend. I am so up and down about everything. I am feeling everything. All of the things have been felt. Oh my god. And that's the point of that. I did a bit of reading yesterday. I read about 3.5 hours. So, like, I'm not gonna get to my 25 in 5 because I think I'm at almost 12 hours of reading so far, and I have 2 hours left to read today, so no. And I have tomorrow, and obviously I'm not reading for 10 straight hours tomorrow. So I don't know what my number is gonna be, but I mean, the goal is to reach 25 hours, but the point is to read as much as you can, so it's okay. Yesterday when I was reading, finished 2 things. I finished Drumroll Please by Lisa Jen Bigelow. This is a middle grade book about a bi girl who goes to camp and discovers she's bi. Like, she doesn't know she's bi when she goes, but she goes to camp, she starts falling for a girl. It is fantastic, soothed my soul, soothed my heart and soul. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, really liked it. And then I read Steel Prince Volume 1 by Victoria Schwab, with art by something Olimpieri. What's her name? Andrea Olimpieri is the artist. And I thought this was okay. Just okay. I hated the art. That's really what dragged this down more than anything else. The art was terrible. You couldn't tell who was doing what. You could never tell what was happening. And that really dragged down a story that I thought was like a pretty good entry into this world, this look into like a prequel version of A Darker Shade of Magic. So like, I liked Maxim, and I liked the new character we got introduced to, Isra. She's a super badass lesbian. And I knew that she was going to be in this because Victoria told me when I met with her last September and I was telling her how excited I was for this. She was like, oh, by the way, since you're excited about queer stuff, there's going to be a badass lesbian in this comic series. And I was like, haha, take me now. But because of the art, I had kind of a hard time with this. So I wound up giving it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Other than that, I started listening to a book called Men Explain Things to Me. I can't listen to fiction. I just can't pay attention. It doesn't work. I've tried over and over again, and while I really respect audiobooks, I can't listen to them. Which, maybe I should do a video on this, because people are constantly telling me to listen to audiobooks, and it's not that I reject audiobooks, it's that my brain can't handle listening to them. So I downloaded nonfiction, which is Men Explain Things to Me, and I'm still having a hard time paying attention to it. I'm not fully absorbing stuff, and it feels like a lot of white feminism, so I'm gonna have to look up this author and see if she's grown since this book was released. But I'm gonna sit here for the next couple of hours and try to start reading Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse and see how it goes. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday again, so I'm going to wrap this vlog up. I'm sick. I got sick a couple days ago. I didn't want to believe it, and then yesterday I was willing to believe it, and I did not complete 25 and 5. I didn't even quite make it to 15. I just kind of read for a little over 5 hours on the first day and then steadily declined. But, like, I did finish 7 books in 5 days, so I'm not going to discount that. I think that that's still pretty incredible for me, and I'm really pleased with myself. I finished yesterday Men Explain Things to Me by Rebecca Solnit, I believe. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. Like I said, I want to do more reading up on her feminism as it stands now. I just don't know how intersectional this book was. I think that it focused a lot on, like, queer stuff and how that intersects with, like, feminism and identity and that kind of thing, but I don't feel like there was quite as good an understanding of how race contributes to feminism, so, like, I want to do more reading on that, but I gave it 3 stars. It was kind of Feminism 101. It was also a lot more heavy than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of an anecdotal book on, you know, men explaining things to women, mansplaining, that kind of stuff, but it was a lot about sexual assault and rape and a history of rape, and it's like, it's just a lot darker than you think it's going to be. It seems like it's just going to be a book about mansplaining, explaining. So, like, have that going in as well. I also last night finished Good Morning, Good Night, Little Pep Talks For Me and You by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Johnny Sun. This was adorable. That's kind of it. Like, it reminded me of a Shel Silverstein book. Anyway, it was delightful. It made me really happy. Loved all of the art. I gave it like 4 stars. It's a very simple book, but a fun one to have that, like, either you read all at once or you read a tweet a day. You know, it's just one of those, and I enjoyed it. Today, I'm hopefully gonna go shopping. I'm hopefully gonna edit my Marvel video, and I'm currently sitting in piles of laundry that I'm going to try to get done as well. And these are all things that you're gonna see in next week's vlog, because as soon as this vlog ends, I'm gonna start another one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed following me along this week, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!